Dança no largo que o tchá-tchá-tchá são estrelas no céu. Vem tocar meu corpo sensual, quero ouvir você chamar. Ao te ver dançar, deixo o meu olhar preso ao teu olhar, como estrela no céu. Todo meu desejo é te dar um beijo, contigo dançar por lá.
Okay, so if you saw my last reel, I did a cute little bookshelf watercolor thing, and I really wanted to do like a moody version of it. So I definitely took advantage of digital art, and I know some people out there can be like, you cheater. I just didn't want to redraw all the books in the shelf. So I just took the shelf and the books, moved the books around, did some new ones, and then changed the spines to kind of fit this like skulls and spiders and celestial vibe. Definitely was going more moody on this. And this one took me days to draw, y'all. And it wasn't because it was hard to draw. I just could not stay focused. I would draw it for like 5 minutes and then I'd stop. And then draw it the next day for like 10 minutes and then I'd stop. And I don't know what it was. I could not sit down and finish this. But I made myself finish it today. I like sat down and I was like, you need to finish this because it was bothering me. So I loved the color palette on the other one, but I do love this one too. This one was a little hard to choose the colors just because I didn't want them so dark where you couldn't see my drawing. Can you guys hear my dog crying right now? But oh, and look at the little black cat. Oh my God, it's so cute. I was so pumped for that. But yeah, I am so happy with how this turned out. Super whimsical, the little bats and all the little fun things. It's kind of chaotic, but yep.
Hello y'all, today I'm going to be decorating a new Midori sketchbook. These are my favorite sketchbooks of all time. I tend to use the A5 grid paper sketchbook, and I thought it would be fun to just show you how I decorate these before I draw on them. First off, I like to scan a bunch of images that I'm really into. These first panels are from this comic, Dinosaurs vs. Aliens. Some from Die Dark, some from Dorohedoro, both mangas by Q Hayashida. I've been really into these new Magic the Gathering cards from the Pyrexia set. So I kind of just grab anything that is visually interesting to me and print it out. So here's me putting some stuff on the scanner. I'll basically just try to collage as much as I can onto there, and I'm printing things off on a sticker paper so that it's easier to just paste things in. And after I have all my printed stuff, I go through and start cutting it out and applying it onto the sketchbook. Kind of like to think of it as I'm creating an album cover for my sketchbook or creating some sort of theme. I feel like anything that I put into it, whether it's stickers from friends or manga panels or artwork that I just really like, I feel like it enchants the sketchbook and tends to just have some influence on the artwork inside of it. So there you go. This is the finished product here. I like to leave spaces in it for potential other stickers or things later on that I might be inspired by. So I do try to keep that in mind when I create these. And of course, big shout out to all the artists whose stickers and artwork are on here. Everyone here freaking rocks, and y'all rock for watching. So thank you, and hope you decorate your own sketchbook. Talk to you later. Goodbye.
Hello fellow artists, and welcome to the first ever video in my new art journal prompt series. In this series, I plan to give one prompt per week to spark some inspiration for your art journal. Today's prompt is all about visual diary entries and capturing moments not with words, but with drawings. The thing I like about this prompt is you can put really as much or as little into it as you'd like, and the end result will still probably always be fun to look back on. For example, if you're intimidated by the idea of making a visual diary entry every single day, you can scale it down and just do it once a month. So for example, this is a diary spread for the entire month of November where I drew myself in my favorite outfit, and I wanted to document some of my favorite foods and leisure activities and goals and really just anything I wanted to remember. If you're looking for something a bit more simple, this idea can be scaled down even further by taking like 2 minutes out of your day to draw one tiny moment. Whether it's happy or sad or a really outrageous quote from one of your friends or family members. They're always so fun to look back on. I want to emphasize too, these drawings don't have to be beautiful in any regard. Like, what is that? So even if they end up looking like utter crap, they still might become your favorite pages in the whole sketchbook. Also, mistakes are charming, so just keep that in mind.
Who should I draw next?
I made the stuff for my OC's part 2. For the blinking character, you need a drawing of a character. Make sure to cut out their eyes, as their eyes will be the bottom layer. Now glue around the character, except for the top part. Their eyes are at the bottom and get a rectangle colored as their eyelid thingy. Now for the wheel, you need to get this tiny thing and cut the lines. Now fold it and sew in place 2 of the folds. Glue the bottom flexes to the paper. Now for the waterfall page thing, you need long scrap for big squares and for little squares. Glue the little squares to the middle of the big square. Then for the long strip folding, line at 6 centimeters and do the same. Now glue between each little gap and place a square forward. Then get an extra strip and glue the front of strip on the gap under the bottom.
I don't feel like I owe anyone an explanation for why I price my sketchbooks the way I do, but I don't want beginner artists or artists who want to sell their artwork to feel discouraged to not undercharge for original artwork. Every single decorated sketchbook I sell is either hand-painted or handcrafted, and sometimes I do use stickers, but I always include an original illustration on it. And I do understand that these are out of some people's budgets. That's why I create prints and stickers of these designs, and sometimes mass-produce sketchbooks as well. I've been making sketchbooks since 2020, and every restock they have sold out instantly, and I was unable to keep up with the demand and ended up becoming burnt out very quickly. I was making a profit when it came to my materials, but I was not charging enough for how much time I was spending on each sketchbook. I calculated I would have gotten more for the amount of time I spent on my sketchbooks back in 2021 if I worked for minimum wage as a student. So I decided to focus more on mass-produced products like stickers and prints, and only make sketchbooks when I felt motivated and I enjoyed it, and also charge for my time before profit. Etsy takes 30% of what I charge, so on my £250 sketchbooks, I only get £175. If I take away material costs and time spent, I only get £50. Oh, and taxes are a thing.
This is maybe one of the oldest Steven Universe sketchbooks. Sketchbooks really psych me out, so I ended up taping together like a bunch of just trash so that I wouldn't feel nervous about drawing in it. Really, really early garnet and amethyst. Super early Steven, super early Pearl. It was based off drawings. I always did drawings of my brother, my younger brother, Steven. I wasn't sure necessarily what the age of the character would be. I was trying to draw like Waker Link, to be like, he has to get cuter. This is like, I took all the wrong lessons from Waker Lake. Super early garnets. Early concept. Early on, we already knew we were going to do fusion. Oh, early Connie. Early Lars and Sadie. These characters didn't end up in the show. There are a few early human characters that didn't make it into the show. One of them is in here a lot, which was a Pizza Man character.
This one simple tip took my whole fashion portfolio to the next level, and I'm going to share it with you because I'm a generous girly like that. So listen and learn. But the secret tip is change up your fashion sketch poses. Oh my god, it literally changes everything. Don't do stud still models because it is so boring. Automatically it makes it so much more visually exciting to see the clothes moving. Like, give it some movement, make the page feel more alive. My favourite way to do this was going on Pinterest, typing in editorial poses, funky editorial poses, weird editorial poses, anything that looks a bit like unnatural and a bit different. So you don't want them to just be stood still, like, because it's boring. Who wants to look at that for 50 pages long? When I started doing this, automatically the whole project felt like a whole feeling and emotion rather than just a solid piece of paper with design after design after design. So this project was about the moon and how the moon is a trickster and he can't be trusted. It was about disrupted sleep and all things wacky and wonderful. Nothing about this project was still. It was such an energetic project, and it was based off a book by Marcel Dezana, I think. And all the figurines in this book were so full of movement, so why the hell would my models be so still? It makes no sense. It was a lot of my poses very dancer-like. Found different photos and editorials of dance poses and replicated them. It's literally the best thing that I ever did, and I think it produced some of the best work that I ever did as well. Also, it makes it less boring. Like, if you're putting yourself into the project, you're making your own little world, and it's so fun. I don't know, maybe I'm just a bit strange. I do like getting lost in my own little world. I know how bad uni gets. It gets to the point where you feel like you're just ticking boxes, you're just plodding along, it's painful, it's hard work, your creativity is kind of gone, you get burnt out. It's a way of re-indulging with it and getting re-excited about a project, because you're thinking about all the tiny little details in it, and like, if these people are going to be wearing your clothes, like, what nail varnish are they wearing, what style have they got any accessories, like, that makes it so much more fun, in my opinion anyway. If you're in a creative block and you need to spice up your portfolio, give that a go, because it defo worked for me.
Okay, here's an example of what not to do when drawing portraits, you guys. I do this all the time when I'm just mindlessly drawing, and usually it screws me up in the end, so learn from my mistakes, you guys. Okay, so as you can see, I'm drawing this portrait, doing a silhouette, doing the sketching, and then I think it looks so good, and I'm like, whoa, I'm so talented, but then I get so caught up with shading on that one side of the face when the other side of the face isn't even sketched yet. Like, I haven't even drawn the other eyeball at this point. So learn from my mistakes, you guys, because this always messes me up and it makes me shade way too much when I overwork one specific part of the portrait and then I have to catch up with the rest of the portrait, you know what I'm saying? Fortunately, it didn't screw me up too bad with this portrait, but in the past, it has really ruined a drawing that I really thought was good in the beginning, and then I just overwork it. But yeah, thank God this portrait still turned out good, and this whole spread is so adorable. Thanks for watching, guys. See ya!
Since 2019, I've had this sketchbook that I'm still working on to this day. And over the 30-ish pages I've slowly worked on over the years, many of you guys have expressed interest in making this into a coloring book. And finally, after many years of this just being a bucket list goal, the Cody Tarantino coloring book is now available. Link in bio or go to synthetic.shop to order yours now.
Let's go sketchbook shopping. There are two things you want to pay attention to when looking for a sketchbook for this project. That is the amount of pages and the paper weight. First, I don't recommend getting this style of sketchbook because the pages fall out very easily and they'll be hard to keep track of. This watercolor book only has 30 pages, but 140-pound paperweight is pretty solid. Notice this sketchbook only has 60-pound paperweight. The hardcover mixed media 138 pounds is really nice, but for the spiral-bound books, you just want to be sure to pack them securely because the spirals can get messed up pretty easily. The hardcover books are lovely. This only has 75-pound paperweight, but it does open flat, which I love. However, they don't all do that, so choose wisely. The Strathmore brand is really solid. 40 pages is not a lot if you're part of a massive group, but this is a solid choice if you're part of a small group. This mixed media book has 114-pound paperweight with rough paper texture. This mixed media book has 98-pound paperweight. Based on my budget and my preferences, I landed on the 114-pound paperweight book. Your choice is going to depend on your budget and your preferences. If you have questions, let me know.
Attempting to decorate a wooden sketchbook. No stickers, no washi tape, just paint pens. I was kind of just making it up as I go along. I decided to decorate the back and inside covers as well. I also forgot to film a lot of it. I got very carried away in my doodles and ended up really enjoying it. I then added Mod Podge to give it a plasticky finish. What do you think?
Here's another good tip of how to be a creative whiz kid. Go and collect some leaves and sticks and arrange them into your favorite color.
Blue. Red. Green.
Green is not a creative color. There's one more thing that you need to know before you let your creativity flow. Listen to your heart, listen to the rain, listen to the voices in your brain. Come on guys, let's get creative.
nice to hear your voice again. I've waited all day long, even wrote a song for you. It's strange the way you make me feel. With just a word or two, I'd like to do the same for you.